Hey everybody, let's take a look at this week's online service footage. Got some notes here. You guys are doing a great job as always. And as always, none of this is meant to be mean or hurtful. This is all meant to help us get better together. And so let's take a look at the footage we got here. Let's start with section A here. And we are at 4:14 with my first note here. 4:14. All right, let's turn off the lyrics. All right, camera 3. Yes, okay. I use the shot, so I obviously like it. It's one thing I would love is maybe just a little bit pull back just a tiny bit so we can see a little bit more of what is happening. So we can see a little bit more of Jaden's hand. I like the perspective we got, but pulling out just a little bit and then tilting down just ever so slightly would give us a little bit more of what's happening down here, and we'd still be able to see Jaden's face. That said, it's a great shot, so I used it. 4:37. Camera 5. Okay, so yeah, this is the worship leader camera. We want what I call what I've been calling 75% clean shots. So this is, you can see right here, most of me is covered up. So I'd say maybe 30% of me is showing. You want at least 75% of the worship leader showing in these shots. And my next note leads me there as well. 16, right here. This is the Sam, stupid. All right. So this is a 75% clean shot right here. This is what we're looking for. So when we are on the worship leader camera, I understand that it is not as fun and artsy as the other shots you can be getting on the monopod or the tripod. The main thing we need to worry about when it comes to the worship leader camera is that it is basically a secondary. It's a secondary safety shot. So we really only want to move 2 or 3 times during a song. And I saw that the worship leader camera moved quite a bit on this, which means we lost some footage while that camera was getting into place. So, but yeah, this shot right here, this is exactly what I'm looking for. A clean, mostly clean shot where we can see the worship leader, even though that's my ugly mug up there. But yeah, keep in mind that it is a secondary safety shot. So when we need to cut to the worship leader, we can. And there's less movement happening there, so that can happen. 5:16. Oh, I'm on 5:16. Camera. Oh yeah. Camera 3. All right, I use this shot. That's a beautiful rack focus right there. So let's watch that again. You found your shot. We'll just go here. You found your shot. Got into position and then used the focus. And I love that so much. It's such a wonderful, clean feel when you can use that shot like that. 8:33. Oh, this is the next shot here. Oh, yeah. So, uh, this camera 5, not trying to hammer on you at all. I promise. But this is why we only want to move one or two or three times during a song, because right now, it'd be great if I could go to the worship leader right here. But I can't because there's constant movement. And I can use some of it, but there's just probably too much movement and a bunch of micro adjustments in there that just make it not super steady. And it's a little movement is okay, but we want organic movement. So we don't want like little jerky movements. If we're gonna move, we want to move smoothly and slowly, so we can get those shots cleaner and they look organic. All right, and 11:05 is the last one on this here. Camera 3. Oh, yeah. Pull back just a little bit here on Jaden so we can see his guitar. When we are... That's too much. I would maybe put him here, and then, yeah, maybe just a little bit more, and then we could see more of his guitar down here and see what he's doing. Other than that, it's a very well composed shot, but we're trying to keep in mind that that we are trying to essentially narrate what's happening visually, and when we can't necessarily see what he's playing, that is less narration. So keep that in mind. Let's move on to section C here. I have a couple of notes. 635. This is a quick one. We have two cameras on Kelly right now, and if we take a listen here, right at the beginning. So we have two shots of Kelly, and this is the shadow camera, so we're just going to ignore that. These two shots are of Kelly, and we hear the electric guitar, so we probably want to see the electric guitar. And since this is the worship leader camera, one of these cameras should be trying to capture that. We do have this camera catching Josh playing, but if there was a way for us to get a shot of Jaden playing that lead line, would be really helpful. Granted, he did make a mistake during that, so it might be better that we didn't capture him for that. 926. Great shot of Jaden playing guitar there. It looks so nice. And the lighting was really nice, so it felt really warm, and yeah. Camera 2. This is also a good shot. What did I do? All right. One thing I would have liked a little bit is maybe take a step to the left, just a tiny bit, so we can get a little bit more of a straight on shot. Right now the guitar is almost pointed to the left, so it feels a little bit unbalanced. And if he were filling the frame just a little bit more and pointing to the right, that'd feel a little bit less tense. Camera 5. Again, excellent job on this. Is on the worship leader camera. This is exactly what we're looking for. At least 75% of the worship leader is visible, and visible in the frame, not like their entire body, but visible in the frame. And yeah, it's great. And camera 2, Um, just great shots of the drummer all the way throughout both sets. I wanted to mention that because I noticed that towards the end, I was like, oh, we're getting a lot of great drum shots of Eric here. And I think this isn't that shot, um, but yeah, let's see if we can find one real quick. There we go. So I love these shots that you're getting of Eric. It's like at a 45-degree angle, so we can see what he's doing, and when he's playing, we can see exactly what he's doing the whole time. If I were to nitpick, I would zoom out just a tiny bit and tilt down just a tiny bit, so maybe we can see the snare that he's hitting. That said, these are killer shots, and do not let what I'm saying dissuade you from continuing to get shots like this. Like I said, we're always trying to get to 90% so we can get to the 100% of the shot that we want later. So right now, 90% is awesome. 100% is asking for perfection every time, and that's just not going to happen. 90% is what we're shooting for. 90% is excellence. So let's be shooting for that. That said, that is the end of my notes. You guys are fantastic. I love working with you guys. You guys are so fun to have at Studio Church, fun to talk to before and after. You guys make my day better, and you make my job that much more fun. So, yeah, you guys are awesome. Love you guys. Peace.